My topic is be kind to yourself. When people say, well, I'm kind to myself, but if we're not kind to others, it's because we're not being kind to ourselves. Not that others are yourself. I don't do that. They're who they are, I'm who I am, and yet we are all one and different. I like that. I call it, it's in Sanskrit, that's achintya beta beta tattva, that we're inconceivably, simultaneously, it's inconceivable to the mind, simultaneously the same and different. And you'll get some people say, we're all different, and the others say, well, no, we're all one. Like they're, no, bring them together, and then go above it, say beyond it. Because it's all, again, just defining. But be kind to yourself. And what that means isn't doing what your mind tells you to do. It's doing what nurtures you. And we've all made what we call mistakes, errors. And that's usually been because we haven't honored ourselves and done what felt right within us, because it's time, place, and circumstance. You don't just make rules for yourself that this is always the way I'm going to be and I'm always going to do. No, because again, you're defining, and it's like, when people graduate from college, they put this box, this thing on their head, which means they're in a box, because it seems like the more information we have about the outer world, and there's always more, the less we have about ourselves. And they're also throwing the baby out with the bathwater by making religion so bad, you see, that everybody will turn away from it, but then the religion is the government. The religion is the celebrities. The religion is the ball game. The religion is everything outside the self. What are we looking for? Looking for love in all the wrong places. I know, because that's true. And it's from within us. We are love. And you can't get love. See? And when we look at the mistakes, the self-hatred, you have, through every physical incarnation body that you have ever had in any species of forms, you have the same subtle mind, the mind, intelligence, and false ego, identifying yourself as that physical body. Just like a dog's going to be a dog, because he's got the physical body, but what I like in the Vedic teaching, also Native American teaching and many other teachings, is that what feels right for me is because I notice the personalness of my kitty cat. When a cat loves you, they really do love you. But you're still staff members. We have to always appreciate that. But and dogs are animals, and elephants and all the great animals' bodies. They have to be an animal. But now our bodies aren't animal bodies. They're divine human bodies. And that means we can observe, and we can choose, and we can modify, in a sense, our actions, and not be confined to our genetics, or not be confined of the body, or not be confined to our family dynamic, or not be confined to our education, or not be confined to our religion, because we want to take the good and dump the rest. But don't throw everything away because we've been told, oh, they're bad and all of this. No, you have to have discernment. You know what feels right and what doesn't. And when I was in seminary, it was always about, we need some good men out there. Well, I knew I had a female body, and I knew my source knew I had a female body. And what did that have to do with anything that I did in my life, other than I'm a mother, and I'm a nurturer, and a natural family creator, in a sense. And what is a spiritual center? But it's a family, in a sense. It's a cooperative. It's people of like minds being together and sharing ideas and that sort of thing. But don't be limited by that. Don't be in that box and just move into another box, into another box. Be beyond the boxes. And the only one that can do that is you. And this self-hatred of coming from the mistakes that we've made through all of those different incarnations and all of the things, because I did a lot of past life work, whether that was my imagination or it was programmed in there or it was my own realization, it was real. So there was something that was very real there in the sense of what I felt, but also decisions that I had made. And we have all that on our time track, in the time game, in the time reality that keeps us going back into the past all the time to then create the future, which is also creating the present and the moment, or we go into the future to see what do I want to prevent in the future, so what do I need to do now and what do I need to have now to prevent future failure and loss and heartache and death and all of these things that are alien to us as divine beings. We're transcendental to all of that. And when we realize that all of that is within our consciousness in the mind, and it is running like programs of everything that we've done, the unkind thing to another person, is there. So that's where we need to look and let those things go, because you're not that way anymore.